Hi everybody, welcome to Lotus Center's YouTube channel. My name is Jeff Goen and I am delighted to share with you a meditation on the Ganges Mahamudra. The Ganges Mahamudra is an ancient teaching, a teaching that was given in the 12th century on the banks of the river Ganges by the meditation master Tilopa to his student Naropa. Um, the word Mahamudra translates as great seal. Maha means great. Mudra in this context means seal. Together it's great seal as in seal of authenticity or reliability. Mahamudra meditation has many different meanings at many different levels. In its simplest is a funny expression to use. In its most fundamental sense, it is mind meditation, meditating on the nature of mind itself. It's very profound, very meaningful. I first read the Ganges Mahamudra 10 or 12 years ago and knew then that it was the most important thing that I'd ever read. And to this day, it stands as the most important thing I've ever read. Maybe reading it is the most important thing that's ever happened to me, second maybe to being born. For this meditation, I'm going to lead us through a short relaxation meditation. And then after that, I'm going to recite the Ganges Mahamudra. Parts of the Ganges Mahamudra will be recognizable and understandable. Certain terms will be recognizable and understandable. Some of the terms might be foreign to you, but that's okay. This meditation isn't really about understanding, it's about taking in. Taking in directly and experientially. I might invite you, it seems like kind of an unusual notion, I might invite you to try to listen with your whole body rather than with your ears and your brain. This will enable you to take it in and maybe allow it to absorb a little bit more deeply. I find this teaching to be very poetic, and it's just can just lull you into almost a trance-like state. So just take it in and absorb it. Be like a tea bag, maybe. The tea bag doesn't make the conscious decision to allow itself to become saturated by warm water. It just happens. So maybe you can emulate a tea bag as you take in the Ganges Mahamudra. So why don't we go ahead and start by settling into a comfortable meditation posture. Excuse me. Take care to ensure that your spine is straight and relaxed. You're facing straight ahead with your head tilted slightly forward. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and softly close your eyes. And to begin, I'd like you to please simply bring your awareness to the exhalation of your breath and very gently allow your exhalation to be just a bit longer and a bit more pronounced than your inhalation. Feel free to experiment with pausing briefly at the bottom of each exhalation. This method will allow both your physical body and your mind to start to settle and to rest, to become quiet and still. Now is not the time to reflect on events that have occurred in the past. Those events cannot be changed, undone, or relived. Nor is it the time to speculate about events that may or may not occur in the future. The future is completely uncertain. Now is the time to be fully present, here in this moment. Now is the time to give yourself permission to enjoy engaging in an experience that's going to bring you inner peace and perhaps contribute to your awakening. Please bring your awareness to the crown of your head, to your scalp in particular, and I'd like you to allow at once all of the tiny muscles and nerves that support your scalp to become loose and completely relaxed. The tiny muscles and nerves at the top of your scalp and the back of your scalp, the sides of your scalp. Just allow these tiny muscles and nerves to at once release and become loose and deeply, deeply relaxed. Please allow the tiny muscles and nerves across your forehead, the tiny muscles that support your eyebrows, and all of the muscles in your face to become soft and completely relaxed. Your facial muscles become so soft and relaxed, in fact, that it may feel as though the pores of your skin are opening up now. Your mind starts to relax as your body is starting to relax. And as we venture further into this meditation, I would invite you to bring your awareness not only to the words that you hear, but also to the silent gaps in between the words and in between the sentences. In particular, please allow the muscles that support your jaw to become soft and relaxed. Just allow any tension that you might be carrying in your jaw to dissipate, to drain away, to dissolve into empty space, to dissolve into space like emptiness. Your jaw starts to feel a bit heavier now, and it takes a gentle and deliberate effort to keep your jaw from dropping open. Please allow the muscles in your neck and your throat to become soft and relaxed, as well as the muscles in your shoulders, arms, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers, all the way to your fingertips. And your hands now might feel a bit warmer and heavier as they rest in your lap. And your mind relaxes as your body relaxes. Please allow the muscles in your chest and your abdomen and all of the muscles in your back, all of the muscles that support your shoulder blades and your spine. Allow these muscle sets to settle and to rest, to become soft and relaxed as you drop deeper and deeper on down. And let yourself go. The muscles in your hips and your pelvic area become soft and relaxed, as well as the muscles in your legs, knees, calves, ankles, feet, and toes. One by one, these muscle sets become completely soft and completely relaxed. Your body is like a mountain with consciousness now, balanced, grounded, stable, with ancient awareness. Your mind relaxes completely now as your body is completely relaxed. And let yourself go. You have complete freedom to let go now. So let yourself go. The Ganges Mahamudra, homage to the Vajradakini. Although Mahamudra cannot be taught, intelligent and patient Naropa, tolerant of suffering, who is engaged in austerity and is devoted to the Guru, fortunate one, do this with your mind. For example, in space, what is resting on what? In one's mind, Mahamudra, there is nothing to be shown. Rest relaxed in the natural state without attempting to alter anything. If this fetter or bondage of thought is loosened, there is no doubt that you will be liberated. For example, it is like looking in the middle of the sky and not seeing anything. In the same way, when your mind looks at your mind, thoughts stop, and you attain unsurpassable awakening. For example, just as the vapor that arising from the earth becomes clouds and dissolves into the expanse of space, not going anywhere else and yet not continuing to abide anywhere, in the same way, the agitation of thoughts that arise from the mind and within the mind is calmed the instant you see the mind's nature. For example, just as the nature of space transcends color and shape, and just as space is therefore unaffected or unchanged and unobscured by the various colors and shapes that occur within it, in the same way, the essence of your mind transcends color and shape, and therefore is never obscured or affected by the various colors and shapes of virtue and wrongdoing. For example, it is like the luminous heart of the sun, which could never be obscured, even by the darkness of 1,000 eons. In that way, that luminous clarity that is the essence of the mind is never obscured by the samsara of innumerable kalpas. For example, Just as we apply the term empty to space, in fact, there is nothing within space that we are accurately describing by that term. In the same way, although we call the mind clear light or luminosity, simply calling it so does not make it true that there is actually anything within the mind that is a true basis for that designation. In that way, the nature of the mind has from the beginning been like space, and there are no dharmas that are not included within that. Abandoning all physical actions, the practitioner should rest at ease. Without any verbal utterance, your speech becomes like an echo, sound inseparable from emptiness. Think of nothing whatsoever with the mind, and look at the dharmas of the leap. The body is without meaning, empty like a bamboo stalk. The mind is like the midst of space. It is inconceivable. Rest relaxed within that without letting it go or placing it. Rest relaxed in that state without sending it out or placing it in, letting it go or attempting to place it. If mind has no direction, it is Mahamudra. With this, you will attain unsurpassable awakening. Those who follow Tantra and the vehicle of the Paramitas, the Vinaya, the Sutras, and the various teachings of the Buddha, with an attachment for their individual textual traditions and their individual philosophy, will not come to see luminous Mahamudra, because the seeing of that clear light or luminosity is obscured by their intention and attitude. The conceptualized maintenance of vows actually causes you to impair the meaning of samaya. Without mental directedness or mental activity, be free of all intentionality. Thoughts are self-arisen and self-pacified like designs on the surface of water. If you do not pass beyond the meaning, which is not abiding, and not conceptualizing or focusing, then through not passing beyond that, you do not pass beyond or transgress samaya. This is the torch which dispels all obscurity or darkness. If, free of all intention, you do not abide in extremes, you will see without exception the meaning of all the Buddha's teachings, or of all the sections of the Buddha's teachings. If you rest in this, you will be liberated from the prison of samsara. If you rest evenly within this, all your wrongdoing and obscurations will be burned. This is called, for those reasons, the torch of the doctrine. Foolish people who have no interest in this will only be continually carried off by the river of samsara. Those foolish people, experiencing intolerable suffering in lower states of existence, are worthy of compassion. Wishing to attain liberation from intolerable suffering, rely upon a wise guru. When the guru's blessings enter your heart, your mind will be liberated. These things of samsara are meaningless or pointless, the causes of suffering. And since all of these things that have been done or made are pointless, look at that which is meaningful. If you are beyond all grasping at an object and grasping at a subject, that is the monarch of all views. If there is no distraction, it is the monarch among all meditations. If there is no effort, that is the monarch among all conducts. If there is no hope and no fear, that is the final result, and the fruition has been attained or revealed. It is beyond being an object of conceptual focus, and the mind's nature is lucidity. There is no path to be traversed, and yet in that way you enter the path to Buddhahood. There is no object of meditation, but if you become accustomed to this, you will attain unsurpassable awakening. Thoroughly examine mundane things or things of the world. If you do, you will see that none of them persist. None of them are capable of permanence, and in that sense they are like dreams and magical illusions. Dreams and magical illusions are meaningless. Therefore, generate renunciation and abandon mundane concerns. Cut through the bonds of aversion and attachment toward those around you and your surroundings. Meditate in isolated retreats, forests, and so forth, living alone. Remain in that state without meditation. When you attain that which is without attainment, you have attained Mahamudra. For example, if the single root of a tree with a trunk and many branches, leaves, flowers, and fruit is cut, the 10,000 or 100,000 branches will automatically die. In the same way, if the root of mind is cut through, the branches and leaves of samsara will dry up. For example, just as the darkness that has accumulated over 1,000 eons is dispelled by the illumination of one lamp or one torch, in the same way, one instant of the wisdom of the clear light of one's mind dispels all of the ignorance, wrongdoing, and obscurations accumulated throughout numerous eons. Kye Ho. The intellect cannot see that which is beyond conceptual mind. You will never realize that which is uncreated through created dharmas. If you wish to attain or realize that which is beyond the intellect and is uncreated, then scrutinize your mind and strip awareness naked. Allow the cloudy water of thought to clarify itself or to clear itself. Do not attempt to stop or create appearances. Leave them as they are. If you are without acceptance and rejection of external appearances, all that appears and exists will be liberated as mudra. The all basis is unborn, and without that unborn all basis, abandon or relinquish habits, wrongdoing, and obscurations. Therefore, do not fixate or reckon. Rest in the essence of the unborn or in the unborn nature. In that state, appearances are fully apparent. But within that experience of vivid appearances, allow concepts to be exhausted or to dissolve. Complete liberation from all conceptual extremes is the supreme monarch of views. Boundless vastness is the supreme monarch of meditations. Being directionless and utterly impartial is the supreme monarch of conduct. Self-liberation beyond expectation or hope is the supreme result or fruition. For a beginner, it is like a fast current running through a narrow bed or a narrow defile. In the middle, or after that, it becomes like the gentle current of the river Ganges. In the end, it is like the flowing of all rivers into the mother ocean, or it is like the meeting of the mother and child of all rivers. Those of little experience, if they find they cannot remain in that state, may apply or hold the technique of the breathing and emphasize the essence of awareness. Through many techniques or branches, such as gaze or holding the mind, tighten awareness until it stays put, exerting tension or effort until awareness comes to rest in that state or in its nature. If you rely upon Karma Mudra, the wisdom of bliss and emptiness will arise. Enter into the union having consecrated the upaya or method and the prajna or knowledge. Slowly let it fall or send it down. Coil it, turn it back, and lead it to its proper place. Finally, cause it to spread or pervade your whole body. If there is no attachment or craving, the wisdom of bliss and emptiness will appear. You will possess longevity without white hair, and you will be as healthy as the waxing moon. Your complexion will be lustrous, and you will be as powerful as a lion. You will quickly attain the common siddhis, or attainments, and you will come to a light in or attain the supreme siddhi as well. These instructions on the essential points of Mahamudra, may they abide in the hearts of fortunate or worthy beings. Now very gently, very, very gently, please become aware again of your physical body and allow your breathing to become less shallow. Taking deeper and deeper breaths, become aware again of the garments of clothing resting on the surface of your body. Become aware again of your surroundings inside the room you're occupying. Become aware again of the world that exists outside of the room that you're occupying. Become aware again of nearby mountains, of neighboring countries, of neighboring continents, of neighboring planets. Completely fill up your belly and lungs with air, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes and bring your meditation to an end. I hope you enjoyed that meditation. If you would like to do some study on the Ganges Mahamudra, or if you have some specific questions about what you heard in this meditation, feel free to write me. My email address is my name, Jeff Goin, Goin, @gmail.com. And if you'd like to further your studies, there are some reference books that I can recommend. Thank you for joining me. Happy meditation.